Welcome to the Technical Writing Success Podcast from Kurt Robbins, where we help you get smarter than your competition. This is episode 166.
And I'm Fred.
And I'm Daphne.
Today we are reviewing a recent article by our own producer, Kurt Robbins.
That's right. It's titled, Why I'm Increasing My Focus on AI, and it was published just recently on December 10th, 2025.
And it really lays out his rationale for shifting his professional attention from traditional information architecture and technical writing toward artificial intelligence.
Okay, let's unpack this, because he notes this shift, which includes, reviews of tools like Gemini 3 and Claude, plus interviews with executives. It's definitely intentional.
Right. The core mission of this discussion is to understand why this change is happening and, I think more importantly, what it means for professionals like you.
So Kurt opens by immediately addressing the current state of AI, and it's rife with hyperbole and exaggeration.
Oh, absolutely. He points out the two extremes. On one side, you have the fanboys like Larry Ellison and Elon Musk.
Right. They're predicting this sort of AI-fueled nirvana of no disease and maybe even no money.
And then on the complete opposite side, you've got the doomers, people like Cory Doctorow and Jeffrey Hinton.
And their prediction is mass unemployment, social disruption, basically the economic erosion of the American middle class.
What's fascinating here, and what he points out, is that while most knowledge workers are still, as he puts it, relatively ignorant of AI's detailed nuances, the discussion is already incredibly polarizing. So his goal is to take a more, objective stance.
Just focusing on the pros and the cons for career professionals.
Exactly. So to measure the impact, he says a baseline for comparison. He argues that it's actually unfair to compare generative AI to the dot-com era.
Which is a big claim.
It is. I mean, the dot-com era took us from analog to digital. We're talking dial-up to public websites, video conferencing, email attachments,
PDF files, robust e-commerce. I mean, that infrastructure gave us giants like Amazon, Facebook, and Uber.
And that's the period Kurt worked in as an instructional developer and an information architect. So he saw it firsthand.
Right. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, some tech leaders are making even bolder claims.
Much bolder. Oracle's Ellison and NVIDIA's Jensen Huang are claiming the AI revolution will eclipse the Industrial Revolution.
That's a staggering thought.
It really is. Now, Kurt doesn't make that exact bet, but he is convinced AI will be as big, or probably bigger, than the dot-com boom.
And that it'll make significant changes to how both blue-collar and, white-collar employees work and pay their bills.
And usher in AI-powered robotics.
So that raises the big question, why the urgent professional shift?
The simple answer is the bottom line.
It always is.
Companies just won't walk away from boosting profits. I mean, if a knowledge worker can produce the same volume and quality of output as a team of 3 or 4.
Job elimination is inevitable. And he says it's already happening.
Let's take a brief break for a special message from our producer, Kurt Robbins.
Hi, this is Kurt Robbins. First, thanks for listening. I truly appreciate your support. I want to let you know that I'm currently accepting new clients. My rates are affordable, and I have more than 25 years of experience working for enterprise companies like Microsoft, Northrop Grumman, Oracle, PNC Bank, FedEx, USAA, and Wells Fargo, among many others. If you want to improve your IT documentation and communications, hire me. I deliver fast, know how to use AI to improve efficiency and accuracy, and love going the extra mile to satisfy my clients. Thank you for subscribing and listening. Back to you, Daphne and Fred.
Welcome back to the Technical Writing Success Podcast.
Okay, so we were just talking about this idea that one person could potentially do the work of 4.
Yeah, which leads directly to Kurt's main takeaway. It's a quote. AI won't take your job. An AI-savvy human will.
And this is where it gets really interesting, because the threat isn't the technology itself.
No, it's a competing employee.
Yeah.
Someone who is just better at leveraging these AI tools to increase their own efficiency and productivity.
The article gives some pretty concrete examples of the pressure facing employees right now.
Okay, like what?
Well, scenario 1 is about hiring. Companies want to hire you, but only if you have deep knowledge of how to integrate AI to really improve efficiency.
And scenario 2 is the flip side.
Exactly. They want to fire you. He uses the example of Accenture eliminating 11,000 positions.
Wow.
And they said it was for people for whom AI reskilling wasn't a, and I'm quoting, viable path.
So they weren't just replaced by a machine. They were replaced by the need for people with different skills.
Precisely. And layoffs are rampant. Over 1 million laid off in 2025.
Yeah.
Amazon, IBM, Microsoft.
And what's crucial is that CNN Dropbox and Oracle actually admitted their layoffs were related to AI adoption.
Yeah, they said it outright. But to avoid total doom and gloom, the article does offer a positive counter-perspective.
Okay, good.
Business Insider reported that tech jobs in big data, fintech, and AI, they're expected to double by 2030.
So it confirms the shift, not a total annihilation of opportunity. The jobs are just moving.
Right. And this is where Kurt brings in his personal experience. He says he's a believer because he has personally used AI tools to equal the productivity of a team of 3 to 4 people.
He anticipates an enterprise organization will eventually, lure him away from his technical writing clients just to replicate that kind of output.
And these observations have led to some real-world changes in his own assets.
Yeah, he rebranded some technical writing success assets to AI for career success.
The podcast, the YouTube channel, even that LinkedIn group with 2,000 members.
So his advice to you, the listener, is really straightforward.
Very. He says if you care about job security and avoiding a layoff, you need to get as smart and experienced with AI as you possibly can.
And just as importantly, you have to boast about that expertise.
Loudly, on your LinkedIn account and on your resume.
What stands out here is that he trusts, human experts and critical thinkers, people like Ethan Mollick and Chiara Galeese.
Over the alarming predictions that you hear from big tech CEOs, his focus is on application and objective understanding.
So what does this all mean then?
Well, the change is here. And the competitive landscape, it's defined not by avoiding AI, but by mastering it to get these huge efficiency wins.
And if you consider Kurt's background, he has a 30-plus year career working with massive companies.
Yeah.
FedEx, Microsoft, Wells Fargo.
Writing policy statements, white papers, instructional design, the whole 9 yards.
The fact that he's making this shift speaks volumes about how necessary this is for all technical professionals.
So a final thought for you to mull over. If AI can truly allow one person to do the work of 4, how should educational institutions, which, traditionally train single technical writers, how should they adapt their curriculum?
That's a great question. Should they be focusing more on fostering these new, highly leveraged AI-savvy roles instead of just the basics? Something to think about. Thank you for listening to the Technical Writing Success Podcast from Kurt Robbins, where we help you get smarter than your competition. Remember to like, subscribe, comment, and share. We'll see you next time.